Let's make a crepe cake. I woke up one morning at like 4 a.m. and I was like, hey, I want to make a crepe cake. I always want to learn how to make desserts, and I've always been a fan of crepe cakes from Lady M's Bakery, the ones we had at Belcourt, and so on. I never made one before. I never even made crepes before, so I thought I'd give it a go. While everyone was sleeping, I just hopped in the kitchen and started to make crepes. Here we go. So I have pastry cream that's going into works. So it's a little bit of basically egg yolks, milk, not powdered sugar, cornstarch, flour that's going to cook down. And then we thicken it over a low flame. I would continue to whisk it to get this nice and thick texture. Finish it with some butter, do a little dance, and move on to the next step. We're going to put that into a bowl and let it chill and cover it with some cling wrap directly on top so that it doesn't form any film at all on top. Once it cools down, we whip it with some heavy cream, and then we have a diplomat cream. Next, into a bowl, we're going to add some sugar, flour, and some dark cocoa powder, and then I'm going to add some Thai tea to that as well. So let's get some Thai tea on the brew with a little French pressy press. Oh yeah. Add milk into your batter, add it into part so you can avoid the lumps. Add a little glug of the Thai tea and give it a little mixity woo. On to the next step, we're going to take a little non-stick pan and spray with some Pam, and then we're going to add a little bit of the batter, just a tiny bit, and let it go, and then we're going to let it flip once it's completely cooked on one side and it's no longer glossy on the top. It's going to be thin as possible, as thin as you can. I didn't realize how thick these were until afterwards, and I was like, I already made 86 of them, so I'm just going to run with it. Onto a container, I put a lid, so kind of raise it so I'm not basting right on the table. And then I add a tablespoon of the pastry cream or diplomat cream, and then layered it with the crepe. And try to make it as straight as possible, and I'm looking at it like, hey, that looks pretty good. And the wife came in and helped me out here with this last part, icing it. This is called a crumb coating. And then we froze it before we poured the ganache on top. The ganache is basically equal parts chocolate, equal parts heavy cream, melted down, and then we poured it on top of the cake. Let that set for a couple hours, finish with some flaky black salt, and then proceed to cut with a warm knife. I was super scared to do this, but in the end, it came out pretty cool looking, I think. I was pretty proud of myself that we went in and dived in and made some crepe cake. Look at that. Look at that smile. So happy. Well, keep pushing yourself, guys. Stay happy, stay hungry. Feed your soul, feed your mind. What you guys want me to make next time, leave a comment down below of what you want to see us cook.